Happens.
Fucking liars. I think everybody's still recovering from Coachella, probably.
Right. That explains it better.
I'm fucking here, though. I went to
Fuck
Coachella,
yeah.
you know?
Come on.
Commitment. I think we're rolling. Yeah. Fire. Welcome back to the Divij Den podcast, episode 76, man.
A lot of episodes.
It's a lot of episodes, bro. And, you know, me and my co-host who fucking Christian Yee's not here because he's a bitch boy. He's hanging out in Vegas right now. Yeah, we've been consistent, bro. One episode a week, and it's been one of those things you just kind of come in here and chop it up with random fucking people, and it's a good time to just, it's like therapy, you know?
I love that. You know, I'm saving money on therapy right now.
Facts.
That's amazing.
Well, no, I'm going to invoice you later. It's $200 an hour.
Oh.
So, yeah.
I think I have something to do right now.
You got to go. That's a wrap, guys. Thank you for tuning in. No, so we got a very special guest, but you're also an interesting guest because I think you're very unique in the sense of we've interviewed Dorf Mamba, Alana Pandey, Lexi Pantera, like all these random like celebrity influencer creators who are very like lifestyle focused, but I feel like you have such a unique angle. So I'm gonna give you an introduction first. We got actor, content creator. You may know him as Taste Buds or Dumpling Brother.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Well, I mean, Dumpling Hero.
Dumpling Hero?
Yeah,
okay.
The translation, because it's in Chinese. So it's like.
Dumpling Hero. Got it.
Yeah.
But man, you've fucking absolutely dominated social media. I mean, 6 million followers on Douyin, if I'm saying that right.
Yep.
And then you got millions of followers on all these other platforms. And I heard you did it really quickly. So I'm curious to hear.
Yeah, so that was quite wild. And it was all by accident. I never intended it to happen. I got to China at some point because I love Chinese food so much, and I was like, we have no idea what they're eating here. And I just wanted to start a YouTube channel, and that didn't work because nobody wanted to see my content.
Yeah.
My mom did, so she would like my videos.
Shout out, Mom.
Shout out, Mom.
My mom still does that. Anything I do, she'll be like, let me send it to my friends in my group chat, and she'll blast it to like 500 friends.
The OG fan.
Exactly.
And then I just started putting Chinese subtitles at that point, and they started like killing it on Chinese social media. And I was like, I need to learn Chinese and do this in Chinese. And that's what I did.
Weird. But you're from Argentina.
That's right.
So, okay, so how do you go from Argentina to China? Were you born in Argentina?
Yeah, born and raised.
Wow.
It's a long ass story. You got time? I got.
Well, yeah, approximately an hour.
I'll try to make it short.
Let's hear it.
But so born and raised in Argentina. Never left the country until I was like 19. I did 2 years of med school, and then I was like, I don't want to live here anymore, and I went traveling, searching for myself. Went backpacking around Europe. I was like hitchhiking, eating rice every day, and like sleeping on bus stops and stuff. It was crazy.
Wow.
And then I ended up like working in Norway, making like a lot of money as a bartender. And then
hottest girls in the world come from Norway.
Oh yeah,
in Miami, but Norway.
In Argentina, apparently, according to Argentinians.
That's true.
And then I was like, you know what? I want to be an actor. Let's go to Australia and study acting.
Interesting.
And so I went to Australia, and I lived in Chinatown, and I discovered Chinese dumplings there. And I was like, this is bomb. I want to go to the source.
What? So how old were you when you did this?
So I left Argentina when I was 19.
Okay. So by 19, you had already traveled a lot, or was it you started traveling at 19?
That's when I left.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
And I got to China when I was 23.
Wow. Yeah.
Maybe.
So, okay, it's so weird, bro, because I was going to ask you about your travel, and I want to get into that, kind of like where the obsession for travel came in, but I'm so curious. Like, you end up in China, or no, you tried dumpling, and this dumpling, whatever dumpling you had, I feel like people in the West should probably go try it, because apparently it's life-changing, but that took you to Asia.
Yeah.
Like, what was it about the dumpling? Was it made of gold? Like, did it...
No, and it was like the cheapest shit you could get. Like, I was broke at that point. And I was like, oh, Chinatown. Oh, this is a lot of food for no money. Well, let's eat that. And it was a revelation. It was like, this is so different to everything I've had before.
Yeah.
But it's so staple to their culture.
Sure.
It's like, it was so mind blowing. I was like, I need to go there and like jump into the cultural pool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So did the dumpling draw you to Asian culture, or were you already kind of like before that interested in Asian?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I was always interested in Asian culture because my brother My brother didn't have any friends when he was growing up. I didn't have many friends when we were growing up, but he loved anime and like Japanese video games and like sushi and everything Japanese. So I was like, oh, Asia's kind of interesting. So I was always attracted to like that side of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the coolest fucking place. I've never been to China, but I've been to Japan, Tokyo.
Yeah, I've been to Japan too. I love every Asian country I've been to. It's honestly a whole different world.
Yeah. For me, bro, I went to Tokyo last year, and then earlier this year I went again because I'm fucking obsessed with it. And I think there's no chaos. It's so orderly. The respect, it's
super
clean.
Safe, super clean.
Safe, the food.
Yeah, you can like literally walk around at 4 a.m. with your phone in your hand and not even worry.
Because I feel like there's also thousands of people walking around too. It's not, you're not just alone, depending on where you are, obviously.
But it's just not in their, like, they're not violent people. They're really not.
Yeah.
So like, if anything, if you're like in a really bad neighborhood or something, you would get pickpocketed, tops.
Yeah.
Somebody will take something from your bag.
For sure.
Tops.
Yeah.
You will never be mugged.
No. Yeah, I didn't get that vibe in Tokyo, but what I did realize was there's a massive like underworld there. There's like the sex business is very prevalent. There's this thing called soap lands where like you go in and I didn't go. I did my research, but you go in and you literally take a bath, right? You take a bath naked with some girl and then you guys like have sex. So it's like prostitution.
You seem to know a lot about it.
I'm just saying, brother, have an iPhone. Did my research.
Have Google.
But it was cool to me that, not that I'm into that stuff or I support it by any means, because I think it's like human trafficking or some shit, but like it's so diverse, bro. There's this like beautiful like respect vibe of like Asian culture, and then you've got this like crazy dark side. So it's just, and I feel like you see it in like anime too. It's like that kind of like dark shit. Do you know what I mean?
I didn't experience any of it.
Okay.
I think I'm just like very innocent, if that makes sense. Like I do food content.
Yeah.
And I was like, like everything is like positive. If I don't like a dish, I wouldn't post that video because it's just like I didn't want to put negativity out there.
Yeah.
So I think I probably missed out on all that. Like, I mean, not missed out. Like that.
No. So you didn't go to the soap lands.
I didn't even know that was a thing up until now.
You do.
So
wait. So were you back to the food? No more talking about prostitution and sex. Were you always obsessed with food, or was it the dumpling that brought you into being a foodie?
I think I was always obsessed with food.
Okay.
I grew up, I don't know if you've ever had Argentinian food. We have like really good steak, really good like barbecue. We have really good empanadas.
Fire.
So we have decent food, but in the grand scheme of things, it's very plain. Like to us, to the average Argentinian, black pepper is spicy.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
There was no pepper in my house.
Wow.
When I was growing up.
Yeah.
And so as soon as I left, I was like, holy shit, there's so many spices out there. There's so many flavors and layers to food that I've never even heard of.
Yeah.
And so it was like a whole new world for me to explore. And that just happened as soon as I left.
Yeah. It's kind of true, bro. It's like I've been traveling a lot, and I've noticed that there's different ways to experience different cultures, and like I think it's what you see, but it's also what you eat. Like really, those are the two things that really make you understand a culture really well.
100%.
Right? Yeah, dude. So where else have you traveled besides Asia?
Ooh, so I've been, let me think. I started in Europe, so I did most of Europe except for Italy.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm saving that spot for when I have money, like lots of money.
Yeah.
I want to go to Italy and not spare. Like I want to go full on.
Go full on
and
for
eat
sure.
Everything. Go to all the museums. Go to like expensive hotels. I want to splurge.
Yeah.
Is that a word that I can? Yeah, that's okay, right?
Splurge?
Like money?
That's not a bad word.
Okay, great.
Wait, did you think that was a bad word?
It just sounds like splurge.
Splurge?
I don't know.
Yeah, we've said a lot worse shit. We had an OnlyFans star in the last episode, so trust me, this is very much okay.
Okay, sick.
Yeah.
And so I went all Europe, Scandinavia. I went to most of the Asian countries. I went to Egypt, Israel.
Yeah.
I didn't go to any besides Egypt, any African countries. That's like kind of my next location that I want to go to. Where else have I been?
You been to India?
No, I really want to go there, dude.
But the problem is you don't fuck with spicy food, so you might have kind of a hard time.
I fuck
or
with
you
spicy
do.
food,
It's
dude.
in general Argentinians don't.
Argentinians don't. Do you know what my nickname is in Chinese? Besides the dumpling hero?
Spicy dumpling boy. I don't
Close.
know. Really?
No. You're gonna laugh. The iron butthole. They call I swear to God. It's actually like an analogy. It's
because it's like when you eat spicy foods, you can like
right. So
Yeah.
they call me the iron chrysanthemum flower, which is an analogy for the butthole.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I used to say, "Don't worry about me. I eat spicy. My stomach is made out of iron." And then they were like, "What about your chrysanthemum flower?" And they just yeah.
Why do they call the butthole the chrysanthemum flower?
I don't know. I guess it looks like it. I've never
That's interesting.
done
Actually,
the comparison.
now that I think about it,
Yeah.
kind of fucking looks like a flower. Like yeah.
Yeah, right? I mean, yeah. So it's in Chinese it's 下铁菊. It's the iron
Wait,
butthole.
so that sounded really cool in my headphones. Like,
下铁菊.
yeah, it sounds dope.
Nice. Do you speak?
Chinese? No.
No.
Don't speak Chinese. I speak Hindi and a little bit of Spanish, but
All right.
I want to learn Japanese, bro. I feel like that would be dope.
Yeah. Do you have any like sentences that you know how to say? Like any,
Ni hao ma.
but in Japanese.
Ni hao ma.
Oh, okay. That's
Is that Japanese?
That's Chinese.
I don't know. No, that's all I know.
I know how to ask where the toilet is.
Where's it? How do you say it?
So I was obsessed with Japanese because it can sound scary as fuck.
Yeah.
But it can also sound cute as shit. Right? And with the same sentence, you could be like, "Toilet wa doko desu ka?"
Oh my God.
And I'm just asking where the toilet is.
That's what you just said?
Yeah. Toilet wa doko desu ka?
Where's the toilet? Yeah, that kind of sounds like where's the toilet?
Right?
Yeah.
And then you can be like, "Toilet wa doko desu ka?"
That's how the Asian girls say it. Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Dude, that's crazy. Like Asians are so cute. Right? Like it's like the cutest culture in like a weird way.
Yeah, because they're so
Like they love these little
pacifistic.
things.
Yeah,
and
they have all
shit.
this like colors and all this like art. They're so particular about their art and their little
Yeah.
like the cat that moves that brings money.
Yeah, the money
in and
thing.
all that. It's so cute. The whole culture is cute.
It is a cute culture. Speaking of like scary stuff, you heard of the Yakuza?
I heard of it. Yeah.
Do you know
There's
about the Yakuza?
I mean, I know there's a video game, and I know there's like the Japanese mafia.
The mafia. Yeah.
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 I wouldn't mess with them. That's what I know.
You sounded like the Yakuza right there, bro. But don't fuck with the Yakuza, you guys.
I don't. I'm not. I'm not. I just want to make sure that no one's gonna come knocking on my
Ryan
door and be
O'Shea
like,
joins the Yakuza. That'll be the title for this episode. For some shit. I don't know.
Sick. Let's do it. Like somebody comes knocking on my door and goes like, "Do you want to know where the toilet is?"
Right? How do you say it?
Toilet wa doko desu ka?
That sounds so cool. Have you seen Karate Kid?
Yeah, of course.
Did you
Which
fuck
one?
with
The
that?
the OG
Like-
one or the new one with?
The Jaden Smith.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
So my thoughts are that first of all, that was not karate. Karate's Japanese martial art, and that was Jackie Chan, who's Chinese and does kung fu and teaches him kung fu.
So they got the whole premise wrong.
I was just very confused.
But
I
normal Americans probably wouldn't know that though, because we're not really educated about.
right,
Yeah,
I guess.
maybe.
But I was very confused. What did you? I mean, the movie in general,
great film.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, great film. I love that shit. But was that an accurate representation of China? Because they filmed it in China. Maybe.
I don't remember.
I don't know. I want to get into your content a little bit because I had a chance to kind of check it out a bit. Obviously, the food content is great. Your Instagram is very appealing. But I went back to your most popular video on YouTube, and it was called the Man 24 Hours Pregnant Challenge.
That's right.
I didn't get a chance to watch it because my mom called when I was about to watch it and we were talking.
Such a good video.
You got almost 8 million views, bro. What were you doing on that? What was that?
That was so off brand for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Because I think it was for Mother's Day, And I was like, I need to come up with like a really good idea. I need to make a viral video. And I sat down and brainstormed for like 2 weeks. And I came up with this idea. I'm like, I'm going to experience being pregnant for a day. And so I bought this like latex heavy belly thing. They just like hang.
Oh, it was like a costume kind of.
It was like right, and I would do all these activities that that normally pregnant women will do, and it was kind of like to experience what it's like all the hardships of being pregnant.
But minus the actual baby inside you.
And the hormonal imbalances
right,
and all that.
right.
Obviously, no, I'm not saying that I got to experience anywhere near what
No,
pregnancy is.
Of course
but
not.
at the end, I got this thing that you kind of stick to your skin, and it will just make contractions that imitate what it's like to give birth. And that shit fucking hurt.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What does it feel like? Like kicking?
Have you ever used an Apptronic? One of those like machines that like contract your abs and that you can do abs when you're like in your computer?
No, that sounds cool though.
So it's just like an electric like
it's like a zapper kind of.
Yeah. But it just fucking hurts. It's like your whole body goes like. Ugh!
Does it feel like someone's kicking you, like, or punching you in the stomach, or like is it?
No, you know when you like throw up,
Yeah.
that your whole body kind of like contracts for you.
Yeah, you're like convulsing
like
a
that.
little bit.
It feels like it's coming from within.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's an experience.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So that got 8 million views.
Yeah.
Did you get like backlash? Like, you don't know what it's like to be pregnant.
I think I did it in a very tasteful way.
Okay.
And so, no, I didn't.
That's good.
Like 0. I think people were very appreciative of that video.
That's good.
I was very careful with how I did it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you only saw my Western social media, right?
Correct.
Okay, because like that's the most popular video on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I have this one video that got like 52 million views on
Wow.
Douyin. That it's basically me and my friends squatting down, doing the Asian squat. Because there's I don't know if you know what the Asian squat, like where you squat down but your heels are on the floor. Mm-hmm. And there's this thing where they say that for like Westerners cannot squat down because they have like short like tendons on the back of their legs.
Yeah.
And it's so true. Like you will see a lot of like at least white people try that and just fall backwards
Because
like
they don't.
a turtle.
Yeah.
And so it was me and my friends, and I'm just like really mad, and be like, a lot of people say we cannot squat, like do the Asian squat. Can we do the Asian squat? Yeah. Can we do it? Yeah. Let's do it. And we all go down. And like 3 seconds later, we all fall backwards. And that just made it to the news. It was on like a bunch of shows. Yeah, it was like huge, dude.
Why?
Just because it was like a cultural.
Oh, because it was like almost like a comment. Wait, were the people you were squatting with white?
All foreigners from different countries.
Not so there weren't Asian people.
No, none of them.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Because it's almost like a subtle commentary on our inability to squat.
Yeah, it's kind of like because they say we cannot squat, but what do foreigners think? You know? And it's like I made it look like it was like a big deal for us. Like, no, we can't do this. Like we're proud of ourselves. Like, and then we couldn't do it. So it was really comedic.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I love it. I want to get into your business a little bit because like to me, people that watch our podcast, I think they watch, a lot of them watch because or listen because of what we do for business. And so I'm curious, like, does the monetization and brand deal side of things work very similarly on apps like Douyin and these other ones that you're on as they do in America, or is it very different?
Not at all. Very different. Okay. So in America, there's a lot of monetization within the app, at least on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right? You can make a lot of money from just views, right? Without having to compromise your content for a brand deal. Whereas in China, platforms will have that, but it's not near as much as what YouTube would give you for the same views and the same reach. Mm-hmm. It's way less. So you have to rely on ads.
Got it. Like brand sponsored integrations.
Brand sponsored, right. And that affects your content. And so if you do it too much, the fans will be like, hey, dude, you're like selling yourself. And so they will stop watching your stuff. So you got to balance it out. It's not easy.
Yeah. Yeah. And how are you getting your brand deals in Asia?
So I've signed with companies before, and I have my own company. Okay. That we have a couple other artists too. Yeah. And so I have a team that deals with that.
Gotcha. That's so interesting because I know from our perspective here in the U.S., like obviously YouTube AdSense not as good as it used to be, but it's still decent. And then you've got like TikTok and Shorts, which I think Shorts is about to start bumping up their payouts.
That's what they said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to take my shirt
No,
off.
you're good.
I've been going to the gym too much. It's like stuck. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Gym vibes, brother. What dude, just real quick.
Yeah.
Because you just reminded me. When I was in Japan, I have a lot of tattoos, and I tried to walk into like 6 different gyms, and they all were like, "You can't come in here."
Oh shit.
Because I had tattoos. All 6 gyms in Japan. I couldn't go work out. I had to like go out for a run and shit. So apparently they don't really fuck with that stuff out there.
Is that because of what we said before? Like it's like Yakuza thing. It's like
I think so, and that's why I also noticed the Yakuzas that I did see that my friends are kind of like into that underworld shit out there, so which is why I know about the soap land. But they all wear. I didn't go.
Sure.
They all wear suits because they want to cover their tattoos.
Right. So they're like I don't know much about Japanese culture.
Yeah.
I mean, I know way more about Chinese culture, and I know for a fact that if you have a tattoo, you're not allowed to show it on TV. So if you were to go on a show, like I actually had to take my earrings off. They're very strict when it comes to traditional values.
Yeah, that makes sense. When you were on a show, right? In
several shows.
Jeffrey Gank Your Heart?
Right, that was a TV drama.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was on a couple TV dramas, but I was also on talk shows, game shows, like you know Wipeout.
Yeah.
I was on the Chinese Wipeout.
Oh, interesting.
I was on a show that's like a bunch of foreigners talking about their own country
in
Chinese. A bunch of game shows.
That's fire.
Yeah.
I've done some game shows and stuff too. TV's fun, bro. I was going to ask you, like, since you've been on these big sets and you've done shows and game shows and whatnot versus you being a creator at your house, like filming videos or doing this, like, do you have a preference on which one you fuck with better?
So my ultimate dream is to be a full-time actor. That's
so
my
like legitimate
bread and butter. Yeah. So and that's why I was saying like I fell accidentally into the social media because it's not what I actually want to do. I enjoy it. I love it. I love my fans.
Yeah.
But what I want to do is just acting.
Yeah. But this is the best gateway. Yeah. Right, into that world, for sure.
Yeah, and it's better than an office job or like a 9 to 5.
Oh, fuck that shit, yeah. No, for sure. That's so cool. So anyways, back to the business side of things. I think the biggest thing that we see nowadays in the US when it comes to content, at least with the people that I work with, like Jake Paul and all these people, like boxing has become this massive world, right?
Yeah.
Is that a world that you plan on exploring? Because you do have a big fan base to where I think if they did something like that in Asia or even in the US, you could probably partake.
I don't know. As I was saying, like, you know, Asian people are so not violent in that way. Yeah. I feel like, you know, because they have so many martial arts traditionally that they all learn to defend themselves. It was never to like go and attack originally, right? Yeah. You know, whatever happened in history, I'm not going to talk about that. But I don't feel like that would be a thing that would develop. I could be wrong, but I don't see that going big over there.
Yeah, that's interesting.
For like entertainment, just to see people fight.
Yeah,
they don't fuck with that.
Yeah, that's so true. We're the complete opposite over here, bro. We just want to fucking hurt everybody, like kill everybody.
Watch people fight.
Straight up. Yeah, fighting is fun. There's this massive fight this weekend. Do you follow boxing at all?
I
a little bit.
I like MMA and stuff like that.
Yeah, I just got to say this. UFC?
Yeah.
UFC's dope. I just got to put this on the record before the fight happens. Nothing to do with our podcast, but Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia are fighting this weekend. We'll be at the fight. I'm putting all my money on Gervonta Davis, Tank Davis. Haven't decided how much, but if you want to bet me, let's fucking bet. And I know you guys are going to say that I won't do it, but I'll actually do it because I believe in Tank so much. Shout out Tank. Anyways, that felt like an ad read.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a mukbang?
So no. I've done collabs with mukbang people, but it's never been my thing. I'm like very health conscious, and it's just really not good for you.
Yeah.
And I've never been able to like watch a full mukbang video. Like I don't get the point.
Yeah. I feel you.
Right?
For sure. It gets boring when you're just watching someone fucking eat food.
Yeah, like it's impressive. The thumbnail gets me. I'll click on it.
It's a great, yeah.
I watch a minute of it and I'm like, okay, yeah, I think I know what's gonna happen. She's gonna finish that.
Yeah.
And then probably throw up in the back.
Right. I was always curious because as I was telling you off camera, this guy Christian Yee, shout out Christian, fuck you for not being here. We both have very different personalities, so he brings out like the crazy in people, and I'm more like business, blah, blah. But so his sister was the fastest growing TikToker last year. I think she did 5 or 6 million followers within a year.
Wow.
Her YouTube just hit 1 million in 3 months. Wow, crazy.
Okay, definitely faster than me.
Fast as fuck. And it's all food content, bro. Like she's eating ungodly amounts of food, and
she does mukbang.
It's mostly it's mukbang and other shit. Like she'll eat in the car with her dog, who's now become famous. But I haven't asked her, but I was curious. I was wondered if people actually finished the food, because it's a lot of food, and then you do that every day for a year.
It's like, how are you not obese?
Yeah.
So there's a theory. I have literally no evidence, no hard evidence on this, but there was a bit of and they were saying online that they would go and throw up afterwards.
After purge them or something.
Right. Yeah. I've never seen anyone. The girl I did that collab with, she finished everything. And we were just talking for an hour after before I left. So
and then she went to the bathroom.
But would that work? After, because she was eating for 3 hours and then another hour of waiting, she would have absorbed at least 70% of that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is she a big girl?
No. Tiny.
So weird.
It's either her stomach is broken and she cannot absorb anything, and which is concerning.
Yeah.
Or she's throwing up.
Or maybe she just eats that one meal and then she's good for a couple days.
Maybe.
It's possible.
Maybe she does intermittent fasting.
But
crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean,
yeah. It's scary, bro. It's scary. What are your goals because you're, in my opinion, in a very unique situation where you've built this wild fan base internationally, and I assume you probably have a pretty solid fan base in the U.S.
Not yet.
Not really?
Yeah.
Okay. So is your goal to translate that here?
Well, my goal is to, I've tried to translate it. I don't think it does.
Yeah.
I don't think it translates well. I'm just trying to be an actor here. I'm just auditioning every day for stuff.
Oh wow!
And
tell me about that. Yeah, sorry to cut you off. Tell me about that, because I've done a little bit of acting and I saw that world for 2-3 years, and it's very aggressive.
Yeah.
And old fashioned. So is it still to a point where you're walking into the studio with your resume and your shit? Is it the same way, or is it all virtual now? How has it changed?
So I've only been in the States for 8 months. So I don't know what it was before.
Yeah.
I know that now after COVID, I've heard that it's only self-tapes. So you don't go into the studio anymore.
Yeah.
You just film it at home in your little, backdrop.
Yeah.
With a light, and then you send it over. Mm-hmm. And then you get a call back, and if you pass that and maybe you meet with the producers, that's when you go somewhere.
Yeah.
But that's when you almost book the job. Already.
Pretty much. You probably have a couple Zoom calls in between or whatever. Yeah.
Right. So it's all online. So it's not, there's no hard copies or anything anymore.
Yeah. That makes sense. Because when I used to do it, I used to walk into these agencies and with a resume and a disc and
headshot and shit.
Just headshot, not a disc. I don't know why I said that. I'm 50, but yeah.
A VHS.
Right. VHS. Yeah, exactly. Nah, but it's so interesting, bro. But I feel my friends who have made it as actors and really I was on a reality show called Fuckboy Island, and that was cool because it was
what was it called?
Fuckboy Island on HBO Max.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was my peak of my acting career. But my friends have done crazy shows, crazy movies, fucking in the AMC whatever Regal theaters.
Nice.
And they always tell me how really fucked up the industry is in a lot of ways. So have you seen that, or has it been a smooth sailing process for you thus far?
So far it's been great.
That's good.
I've heard that there's a lot of fucked up shit. I'm I'm just a very positive guy. Like I feel like I'd be the guy that's like that doesn't get to see that. And if I get to see it, I'm like, okay, bye. Like I'm not gonna go through this shit for a role, you know?
Yeah. And like, so, you know your worth. You're not gonna like be a bitch to somebody if it's not worth your time. Yeah, 100%. For sure.
So I think I'll be fine. Like I have this like feeling always that I'm gonna be fine. You know, I feel like I have some sort of guardian angel.
That's
like,
great.
Yeah.
So wait, let's talk about that, because a lot of people on the show that have come on, like, you can sense a level of not even people that come on the show, everybody, right? Everyone has their demons and their negative thoughts and all this shit. How do you stay so positive? Is it like, are you like meditating for hours a day? Are you like journaling? Like what's the secret sauce that's worked for you?
I think that's a good question, because like I've been asked this and I don't really have an answer for it. I do meditate, but it's so hard to shut my brain down. Like it just keeps going.
Yeah.
And so yoga helps a lot. Yoga, because like it grounds me down into my body, and so that shuts my brain down. Yeah. Yoga is great. And then it's just like I don't even have to force myself to be positive. I just am. Yeah. So whenever something bad happens, I'm like, oh, I didn't get that role. Well, I was probably gonna get like run over by a car on the way to that role anyways. you know what I mean? Like,
I love that.
I always see the positive on things. Like,
yeah. Is it genetics? Like were your parents really positive?
So my mom is.
Yeah.
And I've been told that I'm way more similar to my mom than my dad.
Yeah.
And my mom is lucky as shit, and I am lucky as shit too.
Yeah.
So maybe it might be. Yeah. Or maybe we have some like ancestor protecting us.
Maybe.
You know, that's like really powerful in the spirit realm.
You never know.
He's pulling strings and shit. It's like, hey,
he's
don't
in
touch
this
my
room.
boy. He's a Yakuza. He's a ghost Yakuza.
He's literally on that chair right now. You just can't see him.
It's like, don't mess with my boy.
I love it. I wonder, like, I feel like it might be genetics, bro, because like I know a lot of positive people, and then I meet their parents and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And then I meet negative people and I meet their parents, I'm like, that makes sense. Whoa, we said that.
Yeah, jinx.
Crazy. You're in my head, bro. You're fucking spirit guys in my head. Dude, no, that's good. So okay, well, let me ask you this. What did you do this morning? I'm fascinated with morning routines.
Okay, so this morning is a
okay. Let's go yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay, so I have this like blackout blinds, and I never put an alarm because I dealt with insomnia for 2 years in the past, and so I value my sleep so much that I hate putting an alarm. Whenever I can, I don't, and I just sleep until my body tells me to wake up, which is normally around 9. I know it's a bit late, but you know. And then okay, this is gonna be a little bit embarrassing. This is the first time me saying this out loud, but I have my little skincare routine. Put this like ice mask on my face.
Fire, crucial.
Right? First of all, I open the blinds. I stay in the sun for 10 minutes.
Vitamin D.
That vitamin D.
Yeah.
You know, reset the circadian rhythm.
Yeah.
I do my skincare routine. I eat breakfast. Sometimes I do intermittent fasting. Sometimes I don't. I have my coffee, black, no sugar, no milk.
Secret sauce.
Facts. Which normally, you know, my breakfast changes. Like sometimes I do like high protein. Sometimes I do just nuts, high fat. Normally low carb stuff. And then I go to the gym.
Oh, so you eat first and then you go to the gym?
Yeah. Unless I'm doing intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
Then I just go and do a fasted workout.
Yeah.
And I do, before I go to the gym, I do a little bit of yoga.
Gotcha. So you do have a morning routine that,
yeah.
Like you have literally like the perfect routine. You're not really missing anything. Do you hydrate in the morning? Like, do you drink a lot of water?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I have my, like, not an ad, my, greens. I'm not gonna say
Athletic Greens.
I didn't say it.
Shout out Boyko. That's my boy. We love Athletic Greens.
Athletic Greens. Fuck yeah, AG1 baby.
Are you on AG1? They have AG2 now.
What?
I think so. I don't know if I was supposed to say that. Maybe it's coming soon.
Bro, I want to be on that shit. Tell your boy to hook me up.
Boy, I got you. Boyko's family.
Sick.
AG's fire.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I don't need to eat any veggies. Don't. Eat your veggies too.
Nah, you really don't. If you take AG, I mean, it's greens.
You're good, right?
Yeah.
Has everything.
It really does. It's so good. Have you ever tried it with milk?
Ooh, you're blowing my mind right now. I'm lactose, bro. But I feel like oat milk would
It's good. It's better with water, but you'll like it'll be a good change for you with the milk.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So, I was going to ask you, so super random, but I was just reading an article about the Alec Baldwin situation.
From Hush?
I don't know if it was Hush, but he shot somebody and killed the camera lady. Yeah. And so I was in Vegas this weekend with my friends, and we were having this conversation around, A, was it a prop gun? B, actually, no, it wasn't a prop gun. It was a real gun. The question is, why was the gun there? He shot somebody doing a scene. Is it his fault? Should the prop lady be at fault? Like, what are your thoughts on that situation? Having been on set and maybe having seen like props like that, like.
Okay, I want to preface this by saying that, I haven't been in the States for long enough. I know there's a lot of people that are pro guns, anti-gun. I am anti-gun. I don't like guns to be near me.
Totally.
But whatever. I'm not, judging anyone for it.
No, of course.
I just think that those things shouldn't happen, and we should be doing everything we can for it not to happen. From what I gathered, the reason we still have real guns on set is because people who know about guns can tell when it's a prop or it's not. So for a close-up, they would use a real gun. And sometimes if it's a revolver, they would have actual real bullet caskets that don't have the explosive part in them, so that people can tell from the close-up that it's a real gun. And then when they do the other shot, they would have the other part and not the casket. So there's an explosion, but no bullet comes out. And sometimes when somebody fucks up in the prop department, a bullet would get created inside the chamber where a casket stayed from before and the explosive part was put on.
Added, yeah.
Right. And so allegedly, that's what might have happened. And the problem is, if he was just an actor, he wouldn't have been at fault. But he was also a producer of that movie. And he was cutting corners, and he was pushing deadlines, and he was rushing things up, apparently. I don't want to say, that's what I heard.
That's, okay, got
I
it.
have no hard evidence on that, but that's what I heard. And that's why he was at fault, and he was, I think, convicted or something?
I don't know if he was.
Okay. Or fined, or whatever. I don't know what.
I think he was.
What the verdict was.
Yeah.
But that's why the lawyers had a kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. It could be like negligent, whatever.
Yeah, but if you ask me, I think, we should just deal with the fact that it looks like a prop gun, and people who know guns should be like, well, it's a movie. No one died, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Because, if that's it, or just CGI that shit. We can de-age people's faces.
Yeah.
You can't make a gun look real.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think it was weird, bro. It was a weird scenario. But you can 3D print guns now?
I heard.
You can make your own gun. If you have the right parts and you have a machine, you could literally build your own gun, which is fucking scary.
It's scary, and I mean it is fucking scary.
Yeah.
Well, because that would be untraceable.
Correct. You just have it in your.
Not giving anyone any advice.
Yeah. This is not advice to go home and make guns.
Don't, please don't.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
No pun intended. All right, I'm done. Sorry. As somebody who fucks around with acting, aka that's what you do. I don't know why I said fucks around. You literally are an actor. What are your thoughts on?
I don't fuck around. For the record.
I'm doing such a bad job. What are your favorite TV shows, movies in the last couple years? What really stands out to you?
Fuck. So there hasn't been a lot lately. Okay.
I agree.
But
Cocaine Bear was the fucking best thing that they've had in the last
Okay.
It's sarcastic.
How serious are you?
No, I'm being sarcastic.
Okay, great.
It's awful.
Great.
Terrible movie.
Come on. Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I haven't seen it, but shout out to the Asian lady that won Best Actress.
Bro, you gotta, and the Asian guy
those are different. Oh,
they got 7 Oscars.
What?
Yeah,
that's a lot of Oscars.
They won 7 Oscars. You gotta watch that movie.
Wow,
that movie is the best movie I've watched probably ever.
Better than Parasite?
Yes.
You saw Parasite?
Yeah. To me, yes.
Great film.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it.
Also, Puss in Boots.
What the fuck?
Have you watched that movie?
No.
Bro.
Is that the cat with the...
Yes, the one from Shrek, and it's like a second movie of a movie from 12 years ago. The best fucking animated film I've ever seen.
This guy.
Yeah. Honestly, listen to me. I'm very serious about my movies and stuff, and I was like, I went into that movie being like, oh, it's just another kid's film. Fuck no. That movie touches anxiety, panic attacks, death, with the fucking crazy-ass visuals. Like, they mix animations from, like, you know, OG 3D and like into the Spider-Verse kind of anime-ish. It's mind-blowing how good that movie is.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to go watch that right now.
Please, do yourself a favor.
That's crazy.
Great stuff.
So what makes a good movie to you? Like when you are watching a movie, obviously touching on those different things you mentioned, but like, is it camera angles? Is it like the casting, or is it like not? Because I feel like there's a lot of movies like Avengers and Avatar where they just go on and on. It's like 4 hours. And I'm like, y'all could have really condensed this shit into like maybe an hour.
Yeah, there was no need. Like,
yeah.
For me personally, I like a good twist. I don't know if you've seen the movie Coherence.
No, but it sounds cool.
It's an old movie. It's fucking great. It's like low budget, super low budget, but it's like one of the best movies. One of my favorite movies. Coherence. I just like a good Prestige. Have you seen The Prestige?
No, I'm gonna write these down though.
Prestige has so many twists. I love that movie too.
Yeah.
It's just I like a good twist. I like fresh concepts. I don't like when they recycle shit.
Yep.
So, like for example, something like The Sixth Sense. That was one of the biggest plot twists and like fresh as fuck concepts. Yeah. I like a fresh concept. I like a twist. And then when it touches something that's personal to me, when like I feel like when I can identify to what the film is about, I fucking love that stuff.
That's fire.
Yeah.
No one's made a movie about dumplings
yet. I'm actually. This is so funny that you're mentioning that. I'm writing.
You're writing.
I'm writing a movie.
It's like I fucking know your brain,
dude.
I could see it. Like it could be a comedy. It could be a horror movie.
No, you're like I can't say anything because I signed contracts and NDAs.
Okay.
But like, it's gonna blow your mind if it gets done. It's gonna be fucking wild. And I feel like we didn't say this, but we did say that I'm like a dumpling hero. So I do a lot of content with dumplings. I don't think we said that part.
I introduced you as the dumpling brother, but I guess I didn't give context. You're right.
And so basically, it's just really quick. I do like dumplings with like different fillings.
Yeah.
I would put like instant coffee or like kiwi fruit inside a dumpling and like try it out. And so I'm known in China as the dumpling guy, dumpling hero, dumpling brother.
Yeah.
And so I'm writing a movie about something related to dumplings.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I might be the first.
Dude, let's go. We love dumplings, bro. Dumplings are good, dude, because you get... I can't believe we didn't talk about this till now. I fucking suck.
No, you don't, man.
Bro, dumplings, because you know better than anybody. Like, they have this, like, crazy outer shell that tastes... It's rice, right?
No, it's just dough.
Okay, it's dough. Yeah.
Well, it depends which ones.
Yeah.
Like, if you get the steamed ones from the Cantonese cuisine that are, like, with shrimp inside... That's like a different dough that it's made out of. There's different ones, but the traditional one is just dough.
Got it.
White flour.
But and then sometimes you've got like just maybe chicken or whatever, but then sometimes you've got like soup dumplings where it's like watery, but then you get the meat. I don't know why I said the fucking 12 times. So my question for you is, where is the best dumpling?
In LA or in the world?
Let's go LA and then the world, because a lot of people listen from LA.
It's a hard question, man. So, I don't want to offend anyone. I probably will, but like I'm just I'm doing it. I mean no harm with this. LA doesn't really have really good Chinese food. Yeah, there's a couple spots that have really good Chinese food, but I haven't found a place that I'm like, this place has fire dumplings.
What about like dim sum?
Okay, for dim sum, there's a couple.
Yeah.
I can send you a link later.
Yeah.
And then for like Cantonese food, for like spicy food, like it depends on what kind of food you want. I got spots, but dumplings, I haven't found a good one. Having said that, if you go to New York, Flushing, the food there is fucking fire. Chinese food in Flushing is so good, dude.
What makes it good? Is it like the consistency of the dumpling? Is it the heat?
I would say is the thickness of the dough. And that requires like an expert dumpling maker, like a dough maker, to make them like thin, but also that they close and that they hold the meat inside. They don't like open up. Like it's actually a really hard science.
I bet.
The filling too, like the quality of the ingredients, the freshness of the meat,
Sure.
the fat protein ratio. There's so many things that, and also the dipping sauce, which is not soy sauce.
No,
like a lot of people think here in the States. No.
Any restaurant I go to that's Asian, Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, I ask for soy sauce, and a lot of times they're like, "What?"
Yeah, so it's soy sauce. In general, obviously, there's like localized exceptions. In general, soy sauce on the table is mostly Japanese food.
Yeah.
China, you rarely see soy sauce on a table in a restaurant.
Yeah.
It's mostly vinegar and chili oil. Those are king in China.
Yeah.
That's what you.
What about ponzu?
Ponzu is a Japanese thing.
Japanese. Okay. Now, what about in the world? Where's the best dumpling in the world?
Dongbei. That's like the northeastern part of China.
Bet.
They have, hands down, the best dumplings.
I'm going to go there tonight.
Yeah?
Just going to fly to China for a fucking...
Fuck yeah, dude.
How many dumplings do you think you've eaten?
Like in one sitting?
In your life? It's got to be thousands.
Yeah.
Millions?
No.
Hundreds?
I would have to...
You haven't counted?
No. Have you?
Like we have body counts, you have dumpling counts?
I love how you make it sound like I've never had sex.
No.
I eat dumplings.
You've probably had sex with dumplings. Yeah.
Hey, not here, bro. Not here.
Come on, what, like 100,000 dumplings? Like 200,000?
I bet it's definitely on the thousands.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's over 10,000.
That's a lot of dumplings, dog.
If not, it's close.
Whoa.
I would. Maybe I'm saying ridiculous stuff. Like I would have to actually do some math, but
yeah.
Definitely more than 1,000, less than 10,000. I know it's a huge,
it's a good range,
but
it's a good range.
Yeah.
What's the best way to follow up a dumpling? Like you eat a dumpling, it's from Dumbo and it's fucking fire. What's it called? Dumbo? Sorry.
No, you're good. Dongbei. But it's you're good.
It sounds like the Asian word for dumbass.
Dumbo.
Dongbei. Like, what do you eat after? Do you eat like mochi ice cream or like matcha? Or like
so actually dumplings are not the main dish.
Appetizer.
No, they're like rice or bread. They're like the staple food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they in the menu it would say like, appetizer, main dish, and then it will have like staple foods, which you have like rice,
edamame,
pancake. Well, not in China. That's a Japanese thing. But some places would have that. They mix it up with peanuts.
Yeah.
You would get like a little bowl with like half edamame, half peanuts in the shell. And then you have like rice, bread of some sort, and dumplings would be on the staple food sides. And you would just have it on the side. Got it.
So what do you eat after a dumpling?
You would eat like some meat stir-fried dishes with rice.
Gotcha.
Maybe some like stir-fried potatoes, some stir-fried pork, or like some like guobao roll. Guobao roll is like a really good dish. It's like caramelized pork slices.
Ooh,
bro,
yummy.
So fucking good.
Are there dessert dumplings? Because I could definitely see like mochi ice cream or like matcha inside of a dumpling, and I feel like that would taste really good.
So not that I've seen. I know for a fact that other cultures, like Russia puts like blueberries and berries inside their dumplings.
Interesting.
And they also do the savory ones with mashed potatoes inside, and they dip it in sour cream. It's like carbs and carbs with carbs.
I don't know about how I feel about that. Yeah.
I'm not a big fan, but
I'm actually going to San Diego with my Russian friend tonight, so I'm going to ask her about these.
Yeah, I don't remember the name,
outrageous.
but like you should ask her, and maybe she'll take you to a good place, and then you'll prove me wrong, and you'll like them.
And then maybe I'll fall in love with her and have a baby.
That makes dumplings for you when you're old.
Exactly.
Full circle.
What I want to get into some deep questions before we wrap up. I like to like get inside people's brains.
Can I put my feet on the table?
Nah, bro, just me. No, of course. Yeah, you may.
Sick.
What
feels cool.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Guess.
25.
Sick. Thanks, dude.
24. 28. 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just turned 30.
Okay, so this is interesting. I'm 26, and I've noticed a big shift in my personality from like 24, 25 to now 26. How crazy is it from 26 to 30? Is that like a big journey?
For me, it was. Okay. I feel like it's a personal thing.
Yeah.
I've heard people say that, you know, there's like some zodiac stuff that your Saturn comes back.
Your Uranus goes into your Pluto. And, yeah.
Yeah. The other way around. The Pluto goes into
Uranus. Right? Got it. Yeah. How could I forget?
Honestly, I don't know, but I think it's personal. To me, it was huge. I was dealing with a lot of anxiety when I was 26, 27. And it culminated around when I was like 28 or 29 with like panic attacks and shit.
Oh, wow.
28. And so that was a huge shift for me. I was like, you need to calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I learned so much about myself, and I just don't waste time anymore. Like I know the kind of people I want to hang out with. I know who I want to be. Anything that's not in line with that, I don't fuck with. It's like, well, we're definitely on different paths. I'm not gonna waste my time anymore.
Yeah.
Any negativity, I'm like, bye. You know, I'm not gonna deal with this shit.
That's awesome. But it took 28 years of like, or however long, of like experiences to find that, right?
To know yourself mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Interesting. Okay. What would you tell yourself when you were like, I don't know, fucking like 19, when you were just about to leave Argentina? Like, what would you go back and say 11 years prior?
Like when I was about to leave Argentina?
Yeah.
Everything's going to be okay.
Facts. Yeah. You will eat dumplings.
Fuck yeah, you will eat thousands of dumplings. You will make a career out of dumplings.
Bro, do you want to be known for dumplings like in the future?
Why
really?
not? Yeah.
That's fire, man. It's cool that you just like found some random. That's like me being like, yo, I love tables. Like I went to Argentina. I saw this table at the store, bro, and I flew to Peru and I fucking built tables. Like
table brother, table hero,
table guy,
table lord.
I like that.
Table master.
Yeah, master. Yeah. So, do you know what I mean though? Like that's so random.
It's just like so specific.
Yeah, it's so specific. Like, how come you didn't fall in love with like macaroons?
I guess I didn't. I'm lactose. So
okay, that's valid.
Valid.
All right, bro. Yeah, I think that's all I got. If people don't follow you, Brian, where can they find you?
So you can find, the easiest would be Instagram as Brian O'Shea 93. O'Shea is just without the apostrophe. That's
And that's the year you were born, I assume.
Yeah.
93.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It used to be my Chinese name, but nobody could find me. And it's like, yeah, look me up as Xia Bo. And people were like, what? Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, XIABOBO. And they're like, what?
Wait, was that your real Asian name?
That's my Chinese name. Yeah.
How did you get assigned that? Like, where do I go get my Chinese name?
I could help you with that.
Really?
I gave myself my own.
Okay.
Because my English name is Brian O'Shea, right?
Yeah.
The initials are B-O, Bo. And so I just like, it just sounded cute. And it's like Bo. And then I like summer. And so like summer Bo. Xia Bo.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. Can we do mine after this?
Sure.
Can we do it now?
Sure. Okay. Tell me your full name.
Divij, Divij. Last name Vaswani.
Fuck.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Divij.
David. The man.
Dafu. It could be Dafu. You like Dafu? Dafu means like big money, big rich.
I'll take that. Dafu.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, I fuck with that.
Dafu. I'll send you how it's spelled.
Fire.
Yeah, I didn't give you like a last name, but I think that's good enough.
We don't need it.
Your last name was too complex. I was like struggling there.
Dafu. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to Dafu's Den. AKA Divij Den. This was episode 76. Make sure you guys subscribe, leave a review.
Eat dumplings.
Subscribe. Eat dumplings. Maybe don't eat 10,000 of them.
Or do. You know?
Or do.
Yeah.
I also do got to say, bro, has anyone, I'm sorry, guys. I know you guys are like trying to leave and do something else or whatever, but I have more questions. Has anyone ever told you look like Zac Efron?
Yes.
All the time?
No. Only,
Okay.
Like, yes, but in China. Never here.
Interesting.
And I get, you know what I get more? Timothy Chalamet.
I don't know who that is.
He's like huge. He's like, he was in Call Me By Your Name. He was in Dune, the main guy in Dune. He's like on everything right now. He's like, you know him?
I see him. Yeah.
So in China, I'm told that I look exactly like him, which I don't think I do. But I think there's definitely something like the eyes, maybe like a bit of a jawline thing.
I get Zac Efron.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard that before.
Yeah. Have you seen American Psycho?
Yeah.
I'm getting Christian Bale energy too.
From that movie?
Yeah, like killer.
Am I giving
complete killer?
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. And I look at my triceps when I'm having sex, like in the mirror.
Exactly.
Like, well, I mean, don't tell anyone, but
It's bro. There's something about having a mirror next to your bed when you're slapping cheeks.
I'm gonna get canceled in China for saying all
Probably. Thank you guys for tuning in to Divij, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace. That was cool.
That was awesome, dude. I had so much fun.
You're good for like first podcast, bro.